Whoa! I don't think I've ever been to this place before.
I'm not surprised. I don't know if many people have. After all, this place is hard to find, tucked away amongst the bunch of residential houses. It took Amu and I 20 minutes to get here. I'm surprised if I didn't get lost along the way. From what I remember during my trips here with Noelle, the items in this store weren't so much antiques as bits of old junk, and I'm not surprised to see that this hasn't changed in the last 2 years. The interior of this store has piled high with junk, and I can't imagine much of it has any practical use. With just one cursory glance around, I can see several cracked mirrors, an old grandfather clock, display cases filled with dolls, a wooden table missing a leg, a birdcage with a broken lock, an ancient iron tea kettle, and a mask that seems to be aping the no theater tradition, but it's been very crudely carved and painted. I feel like she'd like one of the dolls that we have, or something like that, or maybe a birdcage, I don't know.
I think so, too.
Yeah. Maybe it would look good for Halloween, but I can't imagine anybody would want it hanging on their living room wall for decorative purposes. I would. I like creepy crap.
I don't so much.
They have to have pretty warped sensibilities if that was the case. I guess I have warped sensibilities.
Yes, you do.
Although I don't have much interest in things like this, Noelle has always been very keen.
A keen eye for design.
Mm-hmm. With warped sensibilities. I'm not sure why, but she has some inbuilt magpie-like obsession over collecting junk. She's a hoarder. Great. I don't think Saki and Noelle are very similar, not by any stretch of the imagination, but Saki does also have a fondness for curious old objects. I think she likes the mystery and the romance of it, although personally, I don't find broken plates and old jewelry romantic. Why? Maybe I have no sense of imagination?
He probably doesn't.
He's too depressed to realize that broken plates can be art.
Well, it depends on how they're broken.
Yeah, and put back together.
Yeah, I guess.
But I worry about it about almost everything all the time, so I must have some capacity for it. Well, yeah, he's quite imaginative when he comes up with how people will be dead and, like, horrible and...
Yeah, he's not looking on the other side of the tracks if you get what I mean. It's just... I don't know. He doesn't have any sense of adventure.
Happiness?
Happiness, yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
I guess being overly anxious and imaginative are two distinctly different things. The air is thick with dust, so heavy I have to stifle my coughs with one hand.
I'm sure it is pretty dusty and
pretty musty.
Considering that people usually don't go in there very often or don't touch anything.
It's nice to know this place hasn't changed at all. It's just as disorderly as I remember. I cast my mind back to the sign displayed outside the door, written in red pen and angry strokes. The sign that reads for all to see. To my beloved customers, please, would you kindly close the door when you enter the shop, for that is what the door is for. Thank you, smiley face.
Would you kindly?
Oh, Lord. No, not that again. I thought the shopkeeper might have removed that sign during the last 2 years I was away in the city, but I guess not. The passive-aggressive nature of that warning must be doing wonders for this little store's business, though, because it's completely empty. Not a soul in sight, save for the shopkeeper. Ooh, she's pretty. I love her outfit and her hair and... oh, goodness.
Oh.
Can we touch her butt?
I don't... well...
I don't know. I want to touch her butt.
We're going after Noelle.
Oh, well,
we can't
fine.
deviate. We can't deviate
But I'm a
from
man.
the task.
But I'm a man.
No,
I can touch all the
that.
butts. Okay, fine. She's sitting at the counter, leaning over something, a pencil clutched in one hand. Her dark blue hair falls on front of her pale face, obscuring her features. I can see her features just fine.
Wait a minute, pale? Is this Saki?
No, it's not Saki. I don't know whether she's even realized that there are people in the store, or if she has, she really doesn't care. Not even the sound of the bell ringing as Amu and I entered was enough to get her attention. I wonder what her name is. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere else before, and not just behind the counter of this store. Didn't she used to go to my school? I turned to Amu for confirmation. She's surveying one young woman behind the counter with an uneasy look.
Boy, reading is hard.
Well, you would too if you had to do all the shitty narration. Do you know who she is?
Hey, this narration is not shitty.
Fine, my narration is shitty. I whisper under my breath. Oh, sorry. Do you know who she is?
No.
Apparently you do.
Okay, maybe I do.
It's Eri's big sister, Suzumi.
Eri? I blinked, casting my mind back. Eri. Ah, I remember Eri. She went to my school, lived in the same village. The blonde girl with the corkscrew pigtails who always used to wear the most beautiful clothes. I think I let her borrow my umbrella once during a particularly bad downpour when she left hers at home. The expression on Amu's face is really curious. She looks as though she swallowed a lemon whole. I don't think she likes these guys very much.
She looks probably rather uncomfortable.
Yeah. What's wrong? Weren't you friends with Eri?
I was at some point. Now, however,
She winces.
it's a little complicated, and I'm not sure whether her big sister will appreciate me hanging around here.
You mean you had an argument?
You could call it that. Personally, I think she was just being stubborn, but
She lets out a sigh, letting her shoulders sag.
if you really want to buy something from here, I won't stop you, but it's alright if I wait outside. I don't want the big sister to spot me.
Is she really that bad? From what I remember of Suzumi, she was only ever rude and sardonic towards me, but maybe she was just having a bad day. A couple of bad days. And we all have moments in our life like that. It wouldn't be fair to condemn somebody based on a mere handful of interactions. Judging by Amu's expression, however, you'd think that I dragged her up before a guillotine rather into an antique store. I don't think I've ever seen Amu, brave and fearless Amu, capable of facing down the apocalypse without so much of a sniffle, look so pale before.
She must have did something really bad.
Either that or that chick's scary as hell.
Or she probably just did something, you know, how her personality is. She probably said something that she didn't like.
Was supposed to, yeah.
Probably got her, shoot her ass a new one.
Yeah. Maybe Suzumi really is that bad. But now I feel guilty for bringing Amu here. Guilty and ever so slightly frightened for my safety.
Yeah, you probably should be.
Yeah. I came here to buy Saki a gift, and it would be silly to leave after coming all this way. I square my shoulders and draw in a deep breath, trying to compose myself. I can do it, with or without her support. I can! Okay. You can wait outside. I'll try to be quick.
Thank you, Atcchan.
With a small smile, Amu gives me a wave and then ducks back out of the shop, the open door letting in a brief sliver of sunlight creep down the very ugly patterned carpet before it's finally extinguished with a slam. Nice slam. Somehow the disappearance of that light seems strangely symbolic, as though my own hopes of escaping out of here alive have been similarly extinguished.
It's almost as if he's in a cave, like he's this little knight in this dragon cave, and she is the dragon.
And she's sleeping with her treasures.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to do this voice, or you want to do this voice?
Let's see.
She's gonna sound like a bad bitch.
What a racket!
The sound of the door slamming finally rouses Suzumi from her stupor. She lifts her head, glaring, eyes framed with dark lashes. I whimper. The look on her face. I have no doubts it could bore through solid steel.
Are you trying to give me a headache? I put that sign outside the door for a reason, you know.
So people would remember to close it?
Yes, but only part of it. I thought a notice would be enough to scare away some brats like yourself. But I suppose not. What can I do to people to get the message, short of nailing the corpse of a dead dog to the door?
I can feel the color draining out of my face as though a plug has been pulled from somewhere on the soles of my feet. I must look ashen. I feel ashen, too, if it's even possible to feel such a thing.
Oh. Now, wait one moment.
Suzumi's eyes soften slightly. One finger, I notice with a gulp, her long fingers are remarkably long and pointed, tapping against her lower lip.
I think I recognize you.
You do?
Yes. That's right. You're just not any old imputed brat after all.
She nods as though reassuring herself of this fact. The two little buns, pinned neatly on either side of her head, bounce slightly as she moves in the manner that can almost be considered charming. Almost. As her fingernails weren't so very, very sharp, or if her fingernails weren't so very, very sharp, her gaze so disconcerting, her smirk so distinctly unpleasant.
You used to live here, didn't you? In the village, I mean. You went to my school, though you must have been a lot littler back then than you are now.
Yeah, that's right.
Foo-foo. Atcchan, isn't it?
I look down at the floor, hardly daring to meet this woman's eyes. It's just a mark of how ingrained on my subconscious that nickname is that I respond to it almost as though it's my real name. By this point, given everybody refers to me as such, and even my teachers, it might as well be. Wait, so Atchan's not his real name?
Huh.
Well, I suppose Chan is the, it's an honorific for younger boys, isn't it? Yeah, so... I wondered why that looks so clumsy, because it's like, Atchan.
I wonder what his real name is. Huh. Yeah.
Kirito. Kirito Kdaii.
If his name was Kirito, he wouldn't be so short and clumsy or whatever.
Yeah, he'd be like...
so...
I don't know. If everybody starts referring to me with this diminutive and nobody uses my birth name, will that rewrite my whole identity?
I guess so.
Yeah. Fuck, I didn't know. Will the me I used to be before Amu arbitrarily assign this nickname to me disappear completely? Wait, is Atchan Cockroach Kid?
Atchan's Cockroach Kid, yeah.
In Japanese?
I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm wondering if that's the direct translation. I'll do a Google later. We'll see. But, then again, I was only 3 or 4 when I got this... No, so he got that name later. So I was only 3 or 4 when I got this nickname.
Okay.
There wasn't really all that much of me that existed before then anyway. I guess it doesn't matter that much after all.
My little sister has told me about you. She said your family was born from a country and decided to move on outside big city.
Although she's simply stating a fact, it feels as though she's judging me. Behind her eyes, I can see the unspoken words loud and clear. Traitor. Yeah, my dad got a new job, so my parents decided to move. For some reason, I feel like I have to defend myself, even though she hasn't made any kind of accusation out loud. But I didn't want to move. I was really against the whole idea. I tried to talk my parents out of it, but they didn't listen.
How sad. My heart bleeds for you. Anyway, if you want to buy something, do it quickly. I'm in the middle of something, and your presence is distracting me.
Wow, what a bitch. Be like, oh, it's great to see you. Now get the fuck out of my store.
Oh, please leave.
So, you're in the middle of something? I look at Suzumi curiously. I can see several sheets of paper spread out across the top of the counter. She's totally writing a romance novel. She is totally doing some fan fiction. She's doing fan fiction. Oh, she's drawing something.
Oh.
She's doing fan art. Loki fan art.
Does it have to be Loki
fan art? It always has to be Loki fan art. Look at this girl. You think she likes Thor? Nah.
Well...
Nah, son. Nah. No.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like she's drawing something, but I can't tell what. Oh, we told you what.
Now. Did I tell you he could break and try to sneak a peek at my private affairs?
Private?
That's right. What I'm working on is top secret. An uncouth boy such as yourself could never comprehend it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to look, I was just curious.
And it was curiosity that killed the cat, as they say.
My God, I hope not. I bet this woman wouldn't wait a single heartbeat before killing me.
Get you right in the...
And the tuchus.
Or the neck.
Yeah, in the jugular. With those sharp claws, I wouldn't stand a chance. You know what's funny is in the drawing, she doesn't even have nails.
I don't even see any sharp claws, unless that's a talon right here.
No, she doesn't even have nails. Look at her thumb.
Maybe she's hiding it right here.
Yeah, it's the other hand.
Yeah, it's the other hand. See, that's why it's tucked.
Yeah, because she just fing right out there. She's like that chick from the X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes.
That Asian chick, yeah.
Now, would you kindly get out of my sight? Run along, little boy. Shoo shoo.
Suzumi makes a dismissive motion with her hands. I'm more than happy to oblige. My face is burning bright red and I turn about on my heels, venturing into the deeper, darker depths of the store. I'm worried. I thought we were gonna leave without anything. Like, just fuck this. Nope, nope. I just hope Saki appreciates her present, whatever it ends up being.
He had to make it with haste.
Yeah.
Be like, okay.
He's like, oh, sorry, I'll just pick this and I'll leave.
The game is about to be over. I need to make a choice.
Yeah. I feel as though this gift may very well end up costing me more than mere money.
Your dignity.
Your life. My lunch. She's super cute, though. It hurts me.
Yeah.
She's like, I really want to give her a little hug. And
she's
her
adorable.
cheeks. It's like, she must be a little bit tsundere, because she's, like, super adorable, but she's gonna murder you in your sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this whole ensemble here.
Senpai would definitely notice her.
Oh, yeah, of course, definitely.
If I were Senpai. I would definitely notice her.
Is that what you want?
Yes, please. Suzumi picked up my plans purchased in one pale hand. I note, with the start, her skin might just be as white as Saki's. Is that just because she stays in the dimly lit shop, bat-like, for hours on end? Hey, we exist, and we need to be treated with dignity, okay?
Hey, quit telling people your secrets, alright?
Yeah.
Or their secrets. Quit telling people their secrets.
This is like I said in the last episode, I just stay inside and I don't go anywhere, and it's worked wonders for me.
Yeah, so quit telling people secrets.
Yeah. Or maybe it's something more sinister than that. Like, bathing in the blood of the innocent?
She's Batgirl!
She's totally... Wait. That means she's gonna be paralyzed from the waist down.
Not this time.
Oh, the new 52, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't there that one... I said that! I said that! Wasn't there that one countess who stayed young forever by bathing in the blood of young virgin girls? Yep,
what?
Definitely the blood of the innocent. Look at that face. She's so sweet, and she just looks like she cuts throats of children in the night.
That's where they fool you.
Yep.
Don't turn around, you might get knifed.
Yeah. I shudder. The item Suzumi is turning over, examining with a critical gaze, is something that certainly supports my sinister theory. It's a pack of tarot cards. I'm surprised that I was able to find such a Saki-like gift in here, nestled away on a shelf amongst the old board of Go, sorry, that was strange, and a set of nesting dolls. Stumbling across this was really a stroke of luck. The cards are fairly large, about the size of my palm, and printed on the thick paper that doesn't yield easily when bent. The prints on them are fairly abstract, with lots of flowers and skulls and gnarled trees, but I think Saki would prefer that.
Saki's into tarot cards?
Hey, I have a set. They're cool. It's just a pity that there isn't any vampire card, but the odd goblin-like creature grinning up unpleasantly up at me from the devil card seems gothic enough.
There was a game I played that incorporated tarot cards. I can't even...
No.
Well...
Was it a PS2 game?
It was a... Yeah, I think it was a PS2 game. Yeah, and incorporated tarot cards. Yeah.
I think more games should do that, because they are so diverse, and you could really easily do a story based off of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that for my game. The cards are a little ragged at the edges, slightly worse for wear, and it makes me wonder just how old they are, how long they've been festering away in some corner of this store. Maybe for years and years. Somehow, the knowledge that I may be the first person to handle these cards in 5, 10, maybe 20 years makes me feel a little excited. Is this why Noelle enjoys collecting antiques so much? The thrill? After finishing her appraisal, Suzumi gathers the cards together and slots them back into the slightly moth-eaten box where they belong. Little bit of the other one there.
These are pretty nice. It's breaking.
It's cracked. It's cracked.
There's only a major arcana, but I don't think any of them are missing.
You know about these tarot cards?
Just a little. You pick all up of random bits of knowledge when you write these things.
You write books? Once more, the sheets of paper strewn across the counter pique my interest. Are these pages from Suzumi's novel? Did she get mad at me because I was distracting her from her writing? Is she actually a famous author? Yeah, on fanfiction.net and Tumblr. Maybe that's how this store is able to stay open despite the evident lack of customers.
She seems to be very,
I'd read her books.
Well, she seems to be very content about the lack of customers.
Yeah, I know when I worked retail, I was very content with the lack of customers.
Maybe it was because of that sign at the reason of the lack of customers. That's
it's
why
like,
she
hey,
kept that on there.
Hey, fuck off. Bye. But Suzumi snorts, destroying this little fantasy in a matter of moments.
Not books, no. It's something far more exciting.
Exciting?
Exciting. Like entertaining, but not exciting. Very exciting. Plus entertaining.
Okay.
Scratch that.
Okay. Exciting?
Mm-hmm. But don't stop crying now. It isn't your place.
I look down at the floor, my face flushing. I'm sorry.
You apologize an awful lot, don't you?
Only because your withering gaze and pointed comments make me feel like I should apologize.
You backing him into a corner.
I'm sorry?
Sniggers?
Yeah.
What's a Sniggers?
It's like a snicker and, like a giggle. Just be like,
okay.
Wait.
Oh, God, skip.
Okay. Pass.
Well, I should have expected as much. It's such a shame you couldn't have shown a little more humility towards my little sister.
Your little sister? You mean Eri?
Is there any other? Oh, that sounds kind of British.
I thought that was what you were going for.
No. How could you forget my dear Eri when she could have been the cutest, sweetest, most sensitive creature in the world?
I didn't forget her. I didn't know I'd ever done anything wrong to her.
Of course you wouldn't remember. Men never do.
Oh, rude.
They're so picky and unreliable.
Ouch. I'm sorry? Suzumi raises an eyebrow.
You're apologizing for being born as a man now.
Yeah? I guess so. Although it sounds kinda sad when she puts it that way. Oh, she got close. She got close. Those nails are gonna go right into her jugular.
Oh boy.
With a devious little giggle, Suzumi leans across the counter.
You know, if you ever get tired of being a man, I can help you out.
Oh, Jesus, what? I don't want those nails to rid me of my manhood. Thank you very much. I'll be leaving now. But apparently he wants to know more. What do you mean?
Don't ask that.
Don't ask.
I mean, I have a way of ending that masculinity forced upon you by birth, Howard, forever. When I'm through with you, nobody could recognize you as one of those disgusting, shameless pigs again.
This chick is a militant lesbian.
Whoa. Too far.
Yeah, I don't know if I want her to remove my giblets. What? I feel a chill run down my spine, ice cold as though somebody just slipped an eel down the back of my shirt.
I'm sorry, but that's when I run.
Yep, that I would not be talking to this chick anymore.
That's when I run. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
For all I know, Suzumi could be talking about giving me a makeover, but somehow I seriously doubt it. I think her motives might be rather more unpleasant than that. I'll think about it. In my nightmares.
That's a good way to think about it.
Can I just pay for the cards, please?
My mouse moved. All these?
Suzumi turns her attention back to the pack of cards, resting innocently on her desk.
Well, I don't apologize for my stock of irritating little boys who are so stupid that they can't even repent when there's done something so wrong. You don't really deserve it, you know.
I know, I'm sorry.
But since I am busy with my work, I don't particularly want to be disturbed. I suppose it would be quite the quickest way for you to leave. I can't acquiesce. Acquiesce. Just this once.
So you'll sell them to me?
That's right. And for a discounted price, too. If you promise to take them and get us out as soon as possible.
I will. And I won't come back ever, I promise. As if I'd want to. I'd rather gnaw off my own arm.
Good. Then I'm glad we understand each other. Phew.
That cold, empty laugh of Suzumi's. It's making my whole body shudder. I'm starting to feel sick. In her dark clothes with those long fingernails and that laugh, she fits the role of a wicked witch almost perfectly.
Wow.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if this store turned out to be a front for her to carry out her witch-like activities, sacrificing animals at altars and bathing in pig's bloods and praying to Satan.
I wonder what items she has in this antique store.
I think that's a little stereotypical there, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just likes goth stuff and just listens to baby metal.
Boy, I wonder what he's gonna say about Saki
when he talks about her. I mean, I thought she was into the same stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe she's cast some kind of curse on me, and when I go to sleep tonight, all the flesh will start starting to peel away from my bones. This guy, he said he wasn't imaginative. That's pretty fucking imaginative.
That's imaginative. What, is she Komodo dragon now?
Yeah, just bleh.
All over his skin?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want that! Anything but that! Saki, I really, really, really hope you appreciate this present.
The amount of turmoil he had to face to even get that thing is astounding.